to all our viewers. We hope that you're all doing great today. And on behalf of our co-majors, Business Administration, Human Resource Management, we welcome you to the business world.
Today we are going to discuss and tackle about the problems and issues about work productivity.
Tackling and understanding what work productivity actually means is very essential.
Especially to us in this field, in the business world.
So let's begin. Work productivity is very essential to every company to begin with. It sums the quality of every employee's capability to meet deadlines of the tasks that has been assigned. To us in our field, this is like the summary of your own working efficiency. To be exact and concise, it is the evaluation of your working performance if you can sufficiently finish the task that is needed to be done. Problems and issues are always connected with everything. Specifically businesses, countless numbers of companies that exist today is the living example of this one.
Problems and issues sticks like a glue in every aspect of life. It is more common in businesses and establishments. And I know that once we step out there, in the real world, we are going to face all the complications and issues.
So let's start with the problems and issues that revolves within work productivity. First problem that we're going to tackle is organizational values. Personally, my perspective on this one is that organizational values is simply composed of rules, policies and beliefs, mission and visions of an organization. But how does this connect with work productivity? Well, that indeed is the question, but here's the answer. Basically, once you applied and got hired by a company, you follow the rules and regulation of its organization, right? And if your personal values doesn't click with the organization, then it's a conflict. How could you work properly or productively if your beliefs is against theirs? It would personally bug you inside because you will probably be cautious with your every action that you regularly do. Shouldn'ts and shoulds are personally stressful.
Personal issues within the organization that you are working for affects the work productivity big time. Imagine a workplace and you're the one who has been designated to work in it. And in the back of your mind, you have personal issues like, hey, my workspace is so small, or my workmate has a nasty smell. Something like that. Do you think personally as an employee can work efficiently with these issues to deal with? I don't think so. I don't think anyone can.
Next is conflict with managers and co-workers. Conflict is one of the most common problem of work productivity. What is my basis on this statement? Well, if there is conflict, how can you even be productive? Especially if this conflict is within the management, co-workers, and the hardest part, managers or your employer himself or herself. You can't be comfortable with your workplace if there is conflict with you and all the workers that you are working with. Personally, as a student, we hate conflicts. And what more if we experience these conflicts in a real scenario, right? Because anyone can't avoid conflicts. You just have to face it, I guess.
The next problem that we are going to tackle is too much workload or work overload, so to speak. Well, I guess every employee that works today can agree with this issue. That said, instinctively, as an employee, this is a very wide complaint. I mean, mostly in business, this issue ain't rare. Every company have its own stressful week, and I think that's where workload becomes a big issue to every employee. Due to rush but needs to be thought well, project submissions, statistics of monthly reviews, and etc. It is exhausting just by listening at it, right? How can you even work productively if your work is too much to handle? I mean, you're also a human. You get exhausted too. But sadly, it's the reality of every workers.
Next issue to tackle is your working environment. Working productively is a must in a company that you're working with. But what if your workplace have this environment where it's physically and mentally tiring? I mean, imagine yourself in a work office with an ambience of boredom, and just by looking at it, you can't get any vibes that can energize you to work productively. Imagine yourself designated with this workplace and you're surrounded with these drop dead serious workmates, and on the back of your mind says, what have I done wrong? It's physically and mentally exhausting, right?
And lastly, hectic deadlines. Just by the term hectic, you can already understand that this is stressful. In every company, hectic deadlines are widely known as the hardest part of every employee's monthly projects. Meeting a deadline is a must in every company. Yes, but what if these deadlines are stuck in one specific employee? Let's say it's you, the listener of this video. What if it's you who has been assigned with these deadlines? Can you handle it? What if it's assigned to you for only 1 or 2 weeks? Can you handle it? The pressure of these deadlines is so stressful, but it is needed to be done because if you can't comply, consider your job a goodbye.
Now that we have tackled and explained all the problems and issues that revolves within the work productivity such as
Organizational values,
personal issues,
Conflicts with managers and co-workers,
too much workload or work overload,
working environment,
and hectic deadlines.
we will now proceed on the last part, which is the recommendations.
let's proceed to our final part, which is the recommendations. Our recommendation as a group is very simple. Be flexible in all aspects of your working performance. It's easy to say yes because we are not there yet, but this is the very reason why we made this group to begin with, because we need to know these problems as early as possible. Why? Because we are almost there. We're already on the peak of our studies, and we need these information to guide us in facing the real battle outside in the real world.
And aside from that, you have to set aside your personal problems, your personal issues from your workplace so you can work productively. So that's it for today.
I hope you learned something, guys.
Thank you for watching.